Welcome to you once again in the Department of English. You are watching a video related to the elements of novel, and in this video especially my focus is on one of the important element of novel, and that is known as setting. So far as the setting is concerned, so sometimes the novels are very popular due to its settings. So in setting, the three things are very essential. Number one is place, number second is atmosphere, and number third is time, or we can say PAT, PAT. So P for place, A for atmosphere, and T for time. So far as the first is concerned, that is the place is concerned, when you read any piece of literature, that I mean short story, novel or play, it takes place at a particular place. The place may be familiar or unfamiliar or no specific to its readers. The second is about atmosphere. Atmosphere may be social or material. While the third one is, that is the time. The time depicted in the literary piece like novel, play or short story may be present, past, future, or no specific time is sometime described. As already we studied that characters, soul, story, point of view, dialogue, setting are the important elements of novel. And here setting plays a very vital role in the development of novel, because the characters which the novelist, short story writer or dramatist is going to be described, they are the product of that setting. So your language, traditions, customs, ritual, everything should be related to that particular place. Or in short, we can say setting is nothing but it is a background in which place, localities, atmosphere or time the literary piece like novel or short story or drama is set. So in it, or the setting describes the traditions, customs, rituals, manners, problems, life of the place and of that particular time. Then we have also the social and material types of setting. That means sometime a military life is described, sometime a life on sea is described. For example, the Old Man and the Sea, very interesting novel written by Ernest Hemingway. Then Jane Austen, when you read the novels of Jane Austen, the popular English novelist, as well as Henry Fielding, they describe either the interior or the exterior parts of England. Or when you read the novel work of Balzac or Zola, they depict the French civilization in their work. So if you study any novel, the setting of the novel in this way, I think this may be the proper study of the work. Now we are going to study them one by one. First, I would like to focus on place. The place may be the familiar, unfamiliar, or no specific place is described by the novelist or short story writer or playwright to his reader. Or in short, we can say they are not native reader. For example, if you read Charles Dickens' Oliver Twist, it is the fictional town which is known as Mudfog is described. Or in David Copperfield, you have Blunderstone Rocky Place is described. In Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights, Yorkshire Moor is described. That is, the setting is Yorkshire Moors. When we read the novel of George Eliot's Silas Marner, which is again a famous novel in English, it takes place in Lantern Yard. So it is the setting of the novel. When we read Thomas Hardy's famous novel, a very short novel, The Mayor of Casterbridge, the novel takes place in Wessex. When you read his The Return of the Native, it takes place in Eden. So these are the places which are familiar to the readers of the novelist. So we include in it the familiar places. Sometimes the places are unfamiliar to its native reader, we can say. We have number of examples, just like Graham Greene's The Heart of Matter. Actually, the novel takes place, or the setting of the novel is in West Africa. So, West Africa is unknown place for the English readers. Take another example, that is Joseph Conrad's Lord Jim. It takes place in Southeast Asia. Again, the place is unfamiliar to English readers. Take the third example, the novel written by E.M. Forster, which is known as Passage to India. The novel is set in India. So the English readers, they are unfamiliar with the place. And sometimes the imaginary place is taken for the work. We have the examples. For example, Jonathan Swift's The Gulliver's Travel, or Daniel Defoe's Robinson Crusoe, or James Hilton's Lost Horizon. So these are the examples where imaginary places are taken. So places plays a very vital role in the literary piece. So far as the Indian novelists are concerned, we have a famous example of R.K. Narayan. Majority of his short stories and his novels takes place in Malgudi. Actually, there is no such a place in India. It is the imaginary place, or we can say it is the invention of R.K. Narayan. So, so far as that setting is concerned, so it is rural life is described there. How people are living there. What is their mentality? Or what are their traditions, customs, ritual. If you read the novel, The Guide, I think, or other novels even also of R.K. Narayan, you will find that this is a realistic picture we see or we read in his work. Then the next is about A stands for atmosphere. This atmosphere may be the social, or we can say the material one. Then what is social setting? Social setting is nothing else but the we can say particular phases of life is described in it. For example, it is association of characterization and setting of the novel. The skillful portrayal of the life and manners make the novel very popular one. Sometimes it portrayal of special classes or special social groups, or we can say communities, are described in such work. Here, sometimes the importance of the historical novel, in it we have the dramatic interest of plot and characters. They are also included in social setting. So here the difference between the truth and history, you should be truth and history we have to be keep in mind. It reproduces faithfully the manners, the tone and temper of the age. So this is very important one. So far as the material setting is concerned, the minute description of the streets, the houses or the interiors are described by such novelists in their work. For example, when we read the novels of Balzac or Charles Dickens, we find every minute detail is described by the novelist. Sometimes the nature is as the landscape of its painter. The background is created to the nature, we can say, and the variable scenes are described the novelist in detail in this work. Sometimes the contrast is shown to the character. Sometimes nature goes opposite to the protagonist, and there is struggle between nature and the protagonist of the novel is depicted in the novel. Sometimes the nature is used as a symbolic representation is also used. Sometimes nature is used to show the ironical indifference of human joys and sorrows in the work. So this is about the A, that is atmosphere. And now I come to the last point, that is the time. So far as the time is concerned, again I am going to repeat this thing, that the time may be the present, may be the past, may be the future, or may be not specific. But before it, so far as this atmosphere is concerned, I would like to clarify it. Sometimes we have gloomy atmosphere, we have somber atmosphere, we have cheerful atmosphere, we have happy atmosphere, we have sordid atmosphere, we have pessimistic atmosphere, we have optimistic atmosphere we find in these novels. And now I come to the examples related to the atmosphere. That is, when we read Thomas Hardy's novels especially, we find that the pessimistic atmosphere is described in number of his work, and a countryside setting select by this famous novelist in English literature. Take another example of Charles Dickens. For example, A Black House, we have the sombre atmosphere is described there. Or if we read Oliver Twist, that is the Jacob's Island, which is the sordid atmosphere is described in the work. And finally I come to the time. So far as the time is concerned, as already I mentioned, there are 4 times are described. So far as the present time is concerned, when we read the work of Charles Dickens, for example Oliver Twist or David Copperfield, here the injustice is done to the poor in England in his days. Means that time is described. The novelist described how the injustice is done on the poor of his time. That means now it is past, but when he start his work, that was the present time. So in Oliver Twist or David Copperfield, we have the picture of present time. Again, the second example, that is the George Eliot's Middlemarch. Here, how it lives of people of provincial England in those days is described in it. Or take the third example, the novel written by H.G. Wells. The name of the novel is The History of Mr. Polly. Here Mr. Polly belongs to the middle class, and he is caught in a social web of that time is described in that novel. Now I come to shift my attention, your attention on the time related to the past. When we read George Eliot's Romero, the Italian Renaissance period is described, which is already over. Or when we read Sir Walter Scott's Kenilworth, the court of Queen Elizabeth is described, which time has already passed. So far as the time is concerned, it is about the past. Or the third is, that is the future. You take the example of George Eliot's 1984, which is a very famous again novel. So here in 1984, George Orwell depicts the picture what is going to be happen in the future. So future time is described. Or when we read H.G. Wells, the first man, the moon, it is also related to the future time. And the last one is no specific time is some time described. For example, William Golding's The Lord of the Flies is the best example of it. Or George Orwell's Animal Farm is also the best example that no specific time is described in that novel. So the novelist, that is George Orwell, when we start to read the novel Animal Farm, it can be applied to the present, to the past, or to the futures. The leaders even nowadays are behaving with the or we can compare these characters in the Animal Farm with the characters in the present time. So it can be applied to the past, present, or future even also. And so this is, in this way, I finished the setting of the novel, especially setting one of the important element of novel. So thanks to spare time with me. I hope that you like this video much. Thanks once again.